It's official, guys. We are dealing with a 4-month sleep regression. And then these leggings, these are quite literally the only leggings that fit me right now. Good job! I love to try out. And we're end up here. I don't know how to feel about it. My push present, or like, I didn't actually push, but my C-section present. Morning, my loves, and welcome back to another vlog. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, hi, I'm Ella. I'm 29. I live in Adelaide. I do, bless you, my love. Bless you. I do a lot of lifestyle content vlogs and personal finance videos. I'm a new mum to a almost 4-month-old. I cannot believe he's about to be 4 months. Like, where is the time going? It's such a cliche, but what they say is true. The day's long and the years are short. Some days I'm like waiting in the window, waiting for Nick to come home. But then when I look back, I'm like, I can't believe 4 months has passed. Like, I have a 4-month-old baby. Insane. Am I still postpartum? Yeah, surely. When do you stop being postpartum? I'm gonna have to Google. Anyway, we've had a good start to the day. Not the best night. I feel like we're maybe going through the 4-month sleep regression. I don't even want to label it regression, a progression. One of you guys said you call it a software update, and I absolutely love that. And it is a progression, like it's a progression in their sleep cycle. Their sleep cycle is maturing. And they're learning all these new skills, like he's waking up, babbling, trying to roll over, all of the things. But to go from sleeping through the night pretty much since he was 8 weeks old, like 10, 11-hour stretches, to now waking up multiple times throughout the night. Last night wasn't too bad. It was actually more me. He only woke up once. It was more me, like I couldn't sleep. After that initial wake up, I was like wide awake, and it took me several hours to go back to sleep. So it's actually a me problem. I don't know if I'm suffering with postpartum insomnia. I did have pregnancy insomnia, and I thought I maybe dodged it postpartum because I've been sleeping really well. But the last week or so, I have not been sleeping very well. But yeah, we've had a lovely morning. We went for a nice long walk. He took a big nap. I managed to get some work done, get ready. Feeling good. We've just been doing some independent play. I feel like we're the most successful with that first thing in the morning. And as the day progresses, it gets a little bit harder. But he's just been chilling on his activity mat, doing some tummy time. Been chilling in the bouncer. I need to pop on some washing. We're down to like the last few of your clothes. We are, because he's been having a blowout after blowout. I literally did like 4 outfit changes before 10 o'clock yesterday, which is a telltale sign that we need to size up in nappies. I have the size up coming from Amazon today. But yesterday he was literally wearing his onesie that said like baby McGree's coming soon that we used for our pregnancy announcement. That's how desperate we were. So I need to pop some washing on. Might pop out for another walk because he is loving his pram naps, and like, I mean, I'll get some steps in, why not? I would love to do Pilates at some point today. We will see. And yeah, it's just gonna be a chill one. It's honestly quite gloomy. We've had some incredible weather the last few days here in Adelaide, but she's looking gloomy today. So maybe just a little couch rot day. How about that? I've dressed today with the intention of doing Pilates later to hopefully manifest a session. At least that's what I'm hoping for. We have a reformer at home, so like, surely. But I'm dressed head to toe in Halara today, who are kindly sponsoring this portion of the vlog. I have heard so much about Halara over the years, particularly from US creators. I've always been so curious. When they reached out, I was like, I'll give it a go. And I'm obsessed. Look at this fit, you guys. I feel like I'm giving mum, like, watch me walking down the street with the brand. I have on this long sleeve, a little bit different for me. This also has thumb holes, we love, especially in this awful winter weather. Any little extra protection from the cold, wouldn't say no. I should wear more stuff like this. And then these leggings, these are quite literally the only leggings that fit me right now. I don't know what it is, if I just like stretched all my leggings when I was pregnant, or if like I've just need smaller leggings. I don't know, but every legging I own is just falling down. These, perfect fit. I got these in a size large. They're the UltraSculpt So Cinched High-Waisted Tummy Control Pocket Shaping Training Leggings. I feel like all of this stuff is at a really good price range as well. I'll definitely be ordering more of these. Very flattering. I'm very impressed. I'll show you guys the other bits I picked out as well. When I mentioned to my mum that Halara had reached out to work with me, she was like, oh my God, please let me know how they are. And you guys know, I never work with anyone that I don't absolutely love and like would recommend to my best friend, or my mum in this case. For me, like my trust with my audience is absolutely paramount, but I have to say overall, I'm really impressed. They have like an interesting mix of a lot of activewear, like linen pants, a lot of workwear as well, which my mum was looking at. Yeah, it's like a really interesting mix, but their whole like ethos is your moves, your way. So dressing for every type of woman. They have a great size range from extra small up to 4X. So we love that. Yeah, I just like what they stand for about like confidence, comfortability. I feel like that is absolute paramount in this season. Let me tell you, as a postpartum girly, I'm really impressed with the activewear so far. I also got one of their sports bras. What is it called? It's in the wash at the moment. It's the U-neck backless crossover tank top. And I got it in the green color. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so pleasantly surprised. As a bigger booby galley, I don't normally even try that kind of thing, but I was like, I'm gonna give it a go. I've seen other creators with like bigger chests rock it, and I'm like, we'll see. Oh my gosh, the gals they were supported. They were so supported, which is rare. Like they need support, if you know what I mean. And it was there. It was really comfortable as well. I'm definitely gonna be ordering more of those. I really like them. And like when I tell you, I've never been able to wear any other kind of activewear, sports bra, tank top situation before. So to put that on and to feel instantly confident, I'm obsessed. They also do jeans, which I was kind of hesitant about. I was like, these gonna even look good? They do look good. I ordered these in a size large. I went with the tall range. They have a petite, regular and tall range, which has a 5'11" galley. Really appreciate. No ankle freezes around here. These feel like sweatpants, but they look like real jeans. These ones have a little asymmetrical waist, which is really cool. They have real buttons, real zippers. So they look like real jeans, but they don't feel like it. I just wanted to try out their linen pants. I feel like they have a ton of different types. I ended up going with this beige color. Again, fit, stunning, quality is there. I don't have anything else like this in my wardrobe. I'm trying to be a lot more intentional about what I bring in. I've started writing down in my notes on my phone when I go to dress myself, and I'm like, oh, I can really do with that. Write it down. Then if I'm out or if I'm online shopping, I'm not buying unnecessary items. I'll have all this stuff linked down below along with my discount codes. And then last but not least, I got a pair of work pants. I just wanted to give these a whirl. I also like a little business casual moment on a night out with like a cute top. I went with this fun blue color, again in the tall range. They have the little stretchy waistband on the back, so super comfortable, really flattering. They have pockets. Again, really impressed with the quality. Overall, big tick for Halara. Yeah, if you guys have been umming and ahhing about trying out Halara, let this be your sign. Give it a go. They also have a really affordable price point, especially for the quality, and a great size range as well. We love that. I love you across the river and over the hills, big nut brown hair. Too sleepy to think anymore. Then he looked beyond the thorn bushes out into the big dark night. Nothing could be further than the sky. I love you right up to the moon, he said and closed his eyes. Oh, that's far, said big nut brown hair. That is very, very far. I love you right up to the moon and back. You right up to the moon and back. I have all these clothes that Nick kindly folded that I need to put away, and then some other washing that I just did this morning. I got one of your bibs. How did that end up here? How did that end up in here? Oh, that was so silly. Charlie and I ended up going for the longest walk today. So nice. People, they're allowed to park there. They're literally our neighbours. Darling, they're literally our neighbours. That is embarrassing. Can you say, Sissy? You're so embarrassing. Yeah, went for a nice long walk. I've come home, done some Europe planning. I'm so excited. I feel like I didn't really go into detail in my reset video, like what our travel plans are. We're doing the UK quite in depth. That's originally where I'm from, so I'm going to go back to Staines, which is where I was born. I lived there until I was 9 years old, so like quite formative years. I really want to take Nick there and like show him where I grew up, my old house, obviously take Charlie. I feel like that's really special. And then from there we're going London. We'll be in London for a good week. I think like 7 nights total. Then we're going down to Bath. Down to Bath? Sideways to Bath? I don't know. Last time I went to Europe, I went with my best friend Olivia and we did a day trip out to Bath and I loved it. I don't know what it was. Like there was just something in the atmosphere. I was like, this place feels like home. So we're going to do like 4 nights there. Just like take it super slow. We have a young baby. So this is not like the crazy Europe trip that we probably would have done even a year ago. I know. We're going to take things a lot slower. Slow. I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to do 1 planned activity or like tourist attraction a day. I feel like that's a good pace versus like what we used to do. We would bop around and spend like 1 night here, 1 night there. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be that kind of trip with a 7-month-old. You'll be 7 months old. You will. My mum was actually born in Bath, or like a town just outside of Bath, which I was already planning on visiting. It was on the itinerary because I have a really cute little tea shop there. So So we're going to do that. And then from Bath, it's still a little bit up in the air, but we're thinking we're going to do the Cotswolds for a couple of nights and then go over to York. Then from York, get the train up to Edinburgh. Again, Edinburgh, I loved Edinburgh. There's just something about it. Nick's never been. And I was like, you have to go. It's very Harry Potter coded. I feel like there's such a cool city. And then from there, we're going to do Rome, Paris, Amsterdam. Definitely want to do Disneyland Paris. That is on the agenda. I've been looking at Disneyland Paris hotels, which feels so extra, but again, with a baby, I'm like willing to splurge and pay for convenience. The thought of being able to go back to the hotel and like give him an afternoon nap, or I don't know, just like rest in between. It's a long day. Olivia and I did Disney as well when we were there. I've never been to another Disney, so I have literally nothing to compare it to, but that was like one of the highlights of the trip for us. We had such a fun day. The only thing was it was a long day. In order to do like everything we wanted, all the rides, experiences, we were there right as it opened, and then we were so exhausted by the end of it we couldn't even stay for the fireworks, and that was without a baby. So yeah, we're thinking Disney and spending one night there. And then on the way home, we were tossing up whether we wanted to spend a couple days in Singapore. We are having a longer stop over there on the way, but it kind of works out to be the same price and almost the same amount of time to go via Canada. So we're gonna go to Canada, go see our friends in Vancouver. They live in Vancouver Island, spend a week there. I'm excited. It's going to be such a fun trip. If you guys have... I'm going to have to cut the cameras. And happy Friday. Not so happy Friday for me because you know what my dog did? Just found my breast pump out on the lawn, didn't I? There is nothing that Elsie May won't take. Anything that has a smidge, a scent of milk or dribble on it, she is destroying. I can't tell you how many things. Like my hopes, dreams and desires of having cute little hand-me-downs for future children are gone. She has just chewed through absolutely everything. Even this blanket in the living room. He must have dribbled on it at some point. Giant hole that she's just chewed through. Just like this perfect little hole in the blanket. Oh my gosh. I think she's worked her way through 4 or 5 Love to Dream swaddles at this point, and those things are expensive. Yeah, and it's not like we're just leaving things around willy-nilly. Like now we have to de-Elsify the house before we leave. Like we are putting things out of reach and somehow she still ends up getting them. It's honestly quite impressive. And she was never a destructive dog before this. Maybe when she was a puppy, she like chewed a couple of things, but she was never that bad. It's since bringing him home and like the smell of the milk, it like possesses her. So that's fun. Anyway, it's gonna be a good Friday. I'm going to the movies with my mum. We go to the Mums and Bubs session. They have them on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We kind of have like a little standing date. The movie today, I actually have I think it's called Tuna. I have no idea what that's about, but it has, I think, Dustin Hoffman in it. So I'm like, can't be that bad. Yeah, you're done. We gotta go soon. Gotta go see your Nini. Oh, good burp. That was a good burp, my love. So yeah, that's our only real plan today, and then see where the wind takes us. I love doing the cinema, especially at this age. I feel like we only have a small amount of time left. I feel like already he's kind of getting to that age where he gets bored. Like I've noticed just in the last week, he's normally a very happy, content baby, and he is most of the time up until a certain point, and then he's like, okay, I need a change of scenery, like I'm bored, which is fair. I'd get bored too. You're not tired, you're not hungry, you just want to change of scenery, and that is so fair because you were just alive to the world. You are, and you're rolling. I also think we might move him into his own room maybe this weekend. We've been thinking about it for a while because you're just getting a little bit too big for your bassinet. You're getting too long and you keep hitting the sides and waking yourself up. He's definitely going through the 4-month sleep regression as well, and I feel like he's going through sleep cycles where he's in a lighter sleep, and previously like he would have just slept through us turning over or like Nick snoring, and now he's not. Like he's waking up to us, which is a bit of a problem. It is. I don't know how to feel about it. I thought he'd be in the room with us until he was like 6 months old, but the more I've spoken to people about it, so many people either never had their baby in their room with them and they'd always just slept in their own cot, or did it like around this age or even younger. Obviously like you do what's right for you and your family, but yeah, I don't know. He's a tricky one. He'll be so lonely without you right next to me. But I think it might be for the best. Because you are waking yourself up. And he's starting to roll. And he's not only like he was rolling from belly to back when he was doing tummy time. He's been doing that for the last few weeks. But now he's starting to roll from back to belly. And I caught him last night, or the night before, fully on his stomach. And he couldn't roll back because the bassinet was too small. So that's a little bit of a worry. I think it might be the best thing. What do you think? Good morning, my sweet friends. I brought my camera to vlog and it is flat, so excuse the iPhone footage, but happy Saturday. Oh my god, it is so rainy and miserable outside, but we have just left Charlie. This is the first time we have left him alone. I feel like I'm missing my left arm, but he's in capable hands. We are off for a cute little date day. I don't know if did I talk about this? Actually couldn't tell you. I think I did. My push present, or like I didn't actually push, but my C-section present is a ring, an upgrade from my engagement ring to be specific. So today we have an appointment at the jeweler's just to walk through our options, try on rings, see what I like, and then kind of go from there. And then we're gonna have lunch after, make a little day out of it, and then back to the baby. I'm actually so excited. I never tried on rings the first time around. I kind of just like knew what I wanted, and I still love my ring. I did talk about this, I think, in like a reset maybe, or like a vlog, I don't know. You know what, that's been the biggest thing in motherhood. I literally can't remember anything. Like I know baby brain is the thing, but like I actually, even looking back at photos from like a month ago, I'm like, I know I lived that, but I have no recollection of that. That feels like an out-of-body experience.
Hello, governor.
I didn't realize my dad was in the car. Yeah, I'm excited to try on rings, because the first time around I didn't, because I just knew what I wanted.
I also didn't take you.
Yeah, that too. And it's not that I don't like my ring anymore. I still love my ring. And obviously I'll keep it, but I just feel like, I don't know, it was a different time in our lives. We were young, start of our careers, I'm ready for a big rock. It's official, guys. We are dealing with the 4-month sleep regression. Thought maybe we would dodge that one since we had such a good sleeper. I really cannot complain because Charlie has been such a good sleeper from like pretty much the get-go. He's always slept like long stretches. Around like 8 or 9 weeks, maybe 10 weeks, he started sleeping through the night between like 10 to 12-hour stretches, which was so nice. So I know he can sleep through the night and like the foundation is there for good sleep. It's just his sleep cycles are maturing. He's maturing and going through a lot developmentally. So we've had a rough week of sleep, honestly, this whole week. And then this weekend we decided to switch him to his crib. I was avoiding it for as long as possible, but that boy was rolling around like rotisserie chicken every night, waking himself up, bashing into the sides. Also, just like from a safety perspective, I think they recommend as soon as they start rolling to transition them out of the bassinet. And we have like a big like a co-sleeper. I guess he's just like grown so much. I was actually looking back at photos of him as a newborn and he was like so tiny in there, and now I'm like, oh my god, you're a big boy. We thought may as well, like there's no point getting through the regression and then making another change to his sleep if he's already going through all these changes anyway. Like let's just do it at the same time if we're going to deal with, you know, the next few weeks, months of poor sleep. And I really, it's not that bad. I'm in a couple of like February due date Facebook groups of people that have had babies, and some people's babies are waking up every 45 minutes to an hour. We are not in that camp, fortunately, touch wood. He's just waking up more often than he was, which to go from like good sleep to multiple wake ups in a night, I don't know, it's like, it is a regression, but also such a progression in him and like his development. I feel like in the last few weeks, he's just doing so much. He's so much more interactive. His personality is coming out even more. It is a really fun time, and watching him smile and giggle and roll around and grab things, like he's playing with toys now. It's really cool to see. So just trying to reframe it, trying not to think about how much sleep or how little sleep we've gotten and just like get through it. But he's doing well. Officially out of our room, which it's bittersweet. Like, it's really sad him not being right next to us. Like, the last 4 months he's been a little like sleepover buddy, and now he's not there. It is really bizarre, but it was also kind of nice in a way to like have our room back. We can put the lights on, read a book, use our own suite freely. Like, we were so scared of like taking a shower and waking him up, and especially in the last couple of months he's been a lot more sensitive to sound. But yeah, he looks a lot more comfortable in his cot and it seems happy there. That's where we're at. This weekend was all about that transition and just like getting through. I was very, very tired yesterday. Had a pretty good night's sleep last night. I think I banked like 7 or 8 hours. I mean, it was a bit broken. I went to bed at 8 p.m. I was like, I know I need some good sleep. I'm exhausted and I feel good. I feel pretty good today. I'm not sure if I'll crash later, but I'm feeling good. He's currently taking a nap. I have a couple of bits of work to get done this morning. And then I don't really have anything planned today. I might go into Marion and meet up with my parents just because they always go food shopping on a Monday. So I might go see them, maybe grab a coffee or something. I want to go in and weigh him because I haven't weighed him in a few weeks and just like see where he's at. God, there's so many things in pregnancy to worry about, and then it just doesn't stop in motherhood. You're like, oh, are you gaining weight? Are you developing, like, are you hitting this milestone? Am I doing this right? Oh my God, it's just never ending. And like, no one actually knows and no one can tell you what the right thing to do is. Everyone has such different opinions and very strong opinions, I've noticed, about certain things. It's just so hard to like form your own opinion, I think, when there's just like so much information coming at you. And probably because I'm like online and I share my life online, like I probably absorb even more opinions than like the average person. But people feel very strongly about certain things, which by all means, I have like opinions about how I want to raise my child and like the things that I will do. But I don't think I would project that on someone else. Like how someone chooses to raise their child is that's a matter for them. It's so hard to know, like through all the noise, like what actually is right or what aligns with you and your way of thinking and how you want to do things. I don't know, it's, oh my God, it's just like it's never ending. And then I'm thinking about like future, like when he's a toddler, how we're gonna navigate like emotions and discipline and like, oh my gosh. I'm feeling really good though, surprisingly. Even through all of the lack of sleep, I was in a bit of a low point last month, but I feel like I'm coming out of that and feeling like myself again. And he's just at such a fun age. Like, yes, you know, the regression, but he is just so fun and so enjoyable, and I feel like I'm really finding my feet a little bit. I just feel like each day that passes I know him even more and I know how he responds and what he needs, and it's crazy that you just learn like this whole little human being and their little sounds and preferences and things. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's bloody hard though, let me tell you. It's bloody hard. I saw someone say like it's so easy to explain the negatives of motherhood and just like being a parent. You know what it's like to be sleep deprived, you know what it's like to be stressed or anxious. Like that's easy to explain, but it's so hard to explain to someone how beautiful and special the good parts are. You could have like the worst night ever with him and then we wake up and he smiles at us and we're like, oh, forgotten. All is well. In other news, we went to the shops on Saturday before we went for our ring appointment. It was raining really badly and we knew that we'd fall asleep in the pram, so we went to the shops and walked around the shopping centre. I feel like this was like a parenthood rite of passage, was to walk around a shopping centre just to get a nap in. Anyway, we ended up going to Hedge and I found these sheets. Look how cute they are. They're little flannel sheets, which we could definitely do with. They're on sale. Look how gorgeous those are. How darling, with the little love hearts. I got those, and then to go along with it we've needed I love how I'm filming this in the kitchen. Why does this feel inappropriate? Bed sheets in the kitchen. Anyway, we've needed new quilt cover for a while, so I got this. I love this range, the vintage washed linen. It is so luxe, and I thought it went really nicely with this. So just like a pop of color in our bedroom. So that was our spontaneous purchase. Oh, I also haven't updated you guys on how ring shopping went. It actually went really, really well. It was such a fun experience. I highly recommend Cullen Jewelry. A couple of you guys recommended them. The space is beautiful. It was so nice and intimate and private. It felt very luxe. And the service was incredible. Like the lady we had, I think her name was Coco. She was so lovely. Really like listened to us, really listened to what I wanted. And I went in very blindly, not really having an idea of what I wanted. When I went ring shopping, well, I didn't go ring shopping the first time. Like when Nick chose my ring, I kind of just knew what I wanted. He nailed it. He absolutely nailed it the first time around. But this was like a new experience, going in together and actually like designing a ring together. So it was really special. There is so much that goes into rings. It's crazy. So many decisions to make, but we think we have decided on one and I'm really excited. And this isn't something we ever do, to buy like an unnecessary purchase like this. Like this is a big purchase. We usually like experienced people's, we value travel and things like that. But there is something about jewelry especially that is very special, and I don't know, just like commemorates this time in our life, bringing our beautiful baby boy into the world, everything that we've gone through, and also just like this time in our life and our relationship. When we first got engaged, we were 24, which is crazy. Almost 25, I think, but 24. We were both very much at the beginning of our careers, and we were building our house, and yeah, it was just a very different time in our life, and I feel like we've come such a long way, and to be able to celebrate that and to design something together is so special. To have this piece that signifies all of that and everything that we've gone through, and just to celebrate our wins, it feels very special, and I'm very lucky. That's like my push present, my 30th birthday present, all of the presents. I'm done. I don't need anything more.